I just got back from dinner with my wife, and we were talking about the things that make people successful in the Pilates studio business. And here's the thing that most studio owners are chasing is just a distraction. You're not going to become a wildly popular studio or differentiate yourself or create an amazing business that you love by merchandise or infrared saunas or putting on more modalities or distinguishing yourself by which equipment you use or running special promos or having some kind of unique modality that no one's ever heard of before or adding aerial yoga. None of that matters. And none of that, all of it really, it does matter because it's a distraction from the actual work. What makes great studios, and what I see again and again and again in the 100+ studios who I've seen the financials of and talked to the owners of, doing the basics well. What are the basics? When it comes to owning a Pilates studio, the basics are three things. Number one, you have to know your numbers. Number two, you have to have a predictable acquisition system to bring clients into the business. And that has to involve paid ads, a quality intro offer, and a good onboarding experience that transforms those clients into members. And then you need an aligned, high performing team of instructors. Now, that sounds boring and unsexy AF probably to a lot of you. But the reality is, when you're distracting yourself with all of those shiny objects and thinking that the brand of equipment that you have or the type of equipment that you have actually makes a difference, you're just procrastinating productively. Well, really, procrastination is not productive. So you're procrastinating on doing the things that actually are going to move the dial. Think about when you patronize any other business. You go to the dentist or you go to the restaurant or you buy clothes. Like, you don't care what freaking kind of machines they use to fix your teeth or to bake the pizza that you eat or to manufacture the clothes. You don't care. You just care about your experience and your results that you get from the dentist or the restaurant or the clothing. And that's the same with your clients. They don't care what kind of equipment you have. They don't care. What they care about are the basics: friendly service, great results, convenience. And so the way you build these things is you face up to the boring stuff that you've been avoiding, the learning your numbers. It's boring, okay? But it's not boring having a fucking profitable business. Building an acquisition system, it's painful because if you don't feel good about selling and you don't know how to do it, well, you have to learn. That's how you become successful. And having an aligned team means you have to have some uncomfortable conversations with people who aren't aligned. And you have to coach people up to the standard that you require. And that's, sometimes it's not that much fun to do that. But it's also not much fun to have a business that you freaking hate that's limping along with a team of instructors that you honestly wouldn't send your most fastidious client to some of them because you actually don't believe they will deliver the experience that you want. So that is what you need to do. Forget the shiny objects, learn your numbers, build a predictable acquisition system and an aligned team. And that is not an overnight job. It's a work in progress for most of us forever. But if you want to know how to do it, I've mapped out my process in a free YouTube training. Comment the word 50K and I will send you a link to that training.